Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn about betweenness centrality. As we are aware of centrality measures, so betweenness centrality is one of the technique which comes under centrality measures. Centrality measures are an important tool to analyze a network. Centrality measures are scalar values which give us to each node in a particular network or a graph to quantify that how important a node is in from analysis point of view. So in this video we are going to learn about how to compute betweenness centrality of each and every node which exists in between of two nodes in a network. Betweenness centrality is a one type of centrality measure which is just like as a closeness centrality, which relies on or which is based on shortest path theory. It is another way of looking at the centrality by considering how important nodes are in connecting other nodes. So one approach for a particular node Vi is to compute the number of shortest path between other nodes that passes through Vi. So here we just see that for each and every node that how many shortest path are passing through that a particular node. That is the main fundamental behind this thing. So if you will see the formula of computation of betweenness centrality, so if we want to find out a betweenness centrality of Vi, that is nothing but that number of shortest path from S to T that passes through the vertex Vi divided by the total number of shortest path exist from S to V. So by using this formula we can calculate the betweenness centrality of each and every vertex which exists in the network. If you want to write the mathematical equation for betweenness centrality, we can write for directed graph as well as for undirected graph. For directed graph, betweenness centrality of a vertex V is given as it is nothing but the summation of all the number of shortest path from S to T that passes from Vi node divided by the number of shortest path from S to T. Similarly, for undirected graph, the formula will remain same, but it will be multiplied by 2 because we are dealing with undirected graph. So in other words, we can say that betweenness centrality is nothing but it is measuring that how central VIs play important role in connecting any pair of nodes in between S and T. So in this way, we can find how important a particular node play a role in connecting the another nodes in the network. Now we will see one example through which we will try to understand how to apply that formula into this particular graph. So here we can see that in this graph we have 5 vertices. So it is very much clear that node V1 having the betweenness centrality is 0 because it does not exist in between of any two nodes. So its betweenness centrality is 0. So for remaining 4 nodes, we can calculate the betweenness centrality as V2, V3, V4, V5 exist in between of any two other nodes. So when we will calculate the betweenness centrality of V2, we will apply the formula of undirected graph. That is nothing but to multiply by number of shortest path from S to T that passes from Vi divided by the total number of shortest path from S to T. So now we have to change the value of S and T and we have to see that what we can get for the betweenness centrality. So if we are considering S is equals to V1 in this particular graph and T is V3, mean the path is from V1 to V3. So on the numerator we have to see that how many shortest path are there from that V2 is passing on. So we can clearly see that there is only one path from which V2 is passing on. Fine. Similarly, if we will calculate the denominator, then in that one we don't have to look for the in-betweenness. We have to just see how many shortest path are there from V1 to V3. So that is obviously 1. So now if we'll change the source and destination, that is V1 and V4, then from V1 to V4 again we can see that there is a one shortest path which is passing through V2 and the total number of shortest path will comes in denominator. Fine. Similarly, if we will change the value of S and T, that is the V3 and V4, then we will come to know that there is only one path in which V2 exists, and in the another path V2 is not come into a picture. So in numerator there will be 1, in denominator there are 2 possible shortest path. When we will change the S to V3 and T to V5, then there is no V2 is not coming in picture of V3 and V5, so its value will be 0, because as we know that in the numerator we have to see that how many shortest path exist in between V3 and V5 which passes through V2, but in this case it is 0. Fine. Similarly, for V5, V4 and V5, V2 does not come into the picture or into the shortest path, so it will be 0. So hence the betweenness centrality of a V2 is calculated as 7. Similarly, we can calculate the betweenness centrality of V3, and we will see that we are getting the value 2. Similarly, we can find out the betweenness centrality for V4 and V5, and we will come to know that V2 having the highest betweenness centrality. So V2 play a very significant role uh, in this network, as it is connecting most of the nodes. So to study more about this betweenness centrality, you can go through these reference books. Thank you for watching this video.